Hello everybody, welcome back to Kanga TV, home of North Melbourne fans, and welcome to the teams video for this Thursday night. This is not something that I usually do on the channel and probably not something I will do regularly. However, I felt like it was fitting to round out the discussion that has occupied majority of the content on Kanga TV this week. There's been a lot of talk about what this side could look like facing the Swans on Saturday night, and we've had so many chats in the preview. We had a chat in a selection table video earlier in the week as well, and a lot of conversation and thought-provoking comments over the past sort of 3 to 4 days. So I felt like this video was one that I wanted to film and bring to you guys. The biggest news at the selection table this week is that Matt Whitlock, who's taken at pick 27 in the 2024 AFL draft, will be making his AFL debut this Saturday night for North Melbourne. I never thought Matt Whitlock was a genuine chance to make his debut this week. I had been reading what you guys had been saying about his performances in the VFL, and while everyone seemed genuinely impressed, there was a little bit of questioning around his physique and if physically he would be ready for AFL level, but all of that has been thrown out the window and he will be making his AFL debut, and very, very well deserved by all reports. He has been exceptional in the VFL. I feel like he's been really blowing away a lot of spectators, and clearly he's been blowing away the coaches at senior level as well, which has led to this call up. There's a lot of controversy, I will say, surrounding his pick. Obviously, we traded our future first round pick with Richmond in the 2024 draft to secure him. There was a rumor we were also interested in his twin brother Jack, who ended up going to Port Adelaide in the second round of the draft, but we couldn't make that deal happen in time. However, Matt, from all signs, has just really fit in well at life at North Melbourne, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can bring and how his inclusion will change the dynamic of this 23 once again. Best of luck to him. It's very exciting news for him and for his family, and I hope that he can have an immediate impact at AFL level. I know there's always this discussion around bigger men and bigger bodies and them taking a little bit longer to develop, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe if he's just ready to go, throw him in the deep end and see what he can do. The Swans do have a lot of outs. They've got a long injury list. Tom Papley was the latest name to be added to that list earlier today. He'll be sidelined for a couple of months with an injury. So he loves playing against North as well. So that could be a really good thing for us. I don't want any of that to matter though. I just want us to get out there, play our best footy, and hopefully snag the win, go 2-2, and really just give our side the bolster that not only we need, but I think we deserve. And I said this in my preview video today. I think we've been working really hard, and I think that we are seeing signs of the future in front of our eyes, really, over the past few weeks. And where we want to be is becoming a lot more evident as the weeks go on in season 2025, and Matt Whitlock's debut probably just further adds to that. So I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing what he can bring to our side on Saturday night.
Later.
Our backline stocks will get an extra boost with the return of Grifin Logue as well. He is back from injury that he sustained, a hamstring injury in the later stages of the game against the Bulldogs in round 1. The club did confirm this week that he'd be available for selection, and I'm really excited for him to be back into the side as well. I thought maybe it was important to have him and Logue and Comben working together to build that backline synergy. However, the inclusion of Matt Whitlock makes me feel like maybe Comben is a chance to go forward and play that third tall ruck hybrid role that we so desperately need. I did touch on in my video earlier this week that I felt like Jack Darling needs to stay forward. That's where he is at his most dangerous. Our forward line functions the best when he is just in that forward line, and then maybe have someone else to chop Sherry out in the ruck. So maybe that's what Comben will be doing this week. Unfortunately, Toby Pink has had to make way for those backline inclusions, and Will Phillips sadly won't play this week as well. I love Will Phil, and I actually really want him to get a consistent run of footy. I think it's really important for him to have a string of 8 to 10 games to put together to build a bit of confidence in himself and continuity in his game. But he seems like the likely one to step aside when George Wardlaw comes back. So whether Robert Hansen Jr. plays more of that midfield and higher up the ground, as we have seen so much of him so far this season, and then Constanti has that small forward role with Charlie Comben maybe also playing that higher half forward role and then rotating with Sherry through the ruck. It's going to be a really, really big game. I like that we've only made the 2 changes. I think keeping the side together as much as possible is definitely going to work in our favour. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Dylan Stephens in this side to take on his old team. The Swans, I have quite enjoyed the games that he has played as the sub over the past couple of weeks. I'd probably keep him as a sub personally, just because I don't know if I've never really felt like Dylan Stephens is someone that's been able to contribute evenly over 4 quarters. I feel like the best games he's played for North are the games he's come on as sub. He was excellent in that game against the D's last season, and he's been pretty good in the past couple of games as sub over the past 2 weeks. So maybe we just stick with him and that winning formula. What do you guys think of the team, and what do you think North is capable of doing this weekend against the Swans? Leave all your thoughts in the comments below. I will see you guys for the final word on Saturday morning, and I will see you at Marvel as we take on the Swans. Go Roos.